Alright, so there's been a lot of talk on whether or not this man right here, Mr. Mikel Arteta, can win the Premier League because he's under a lot of pressure this season for Arsenal. I hope he can do it because he has to do it this season or he may have to get sacked. But what I want to talk about is what it actually takes to win a Premier League, because it's not just about the first 11 that can win you the Premier League. If you have a team of Galacticos, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll win a Premier League either. I've dotted down these major points which I believe is required to actually win a Premier League, and we're going to go through them. So point number one is quality players. You need at least 3 quality players in a first 11. That is absolutely necessary. Ideally a striker, midfielder and a defender, and or a fourth being a goalkeeper. But I would use the goalkeeper for point number 5, which is one informed player. Out of the 4 players in total, 1 player in your team has to just be on form. So ideally a goalkeeper, which is just making remarkable saves that get you out of games and keep you in games, or a striker that just gets you winning games with their goals. But moving down the list, a good squad rotation. You don't need every player to be just like world class or anything like that. All you need is a good, solid rotation of players that can do a job in their said positions. Next point, fortunate turn of events. Now, I'm going to use Arsenal as an example for this. So the example I'll use with Arsenal would be the Invincible season, where we went the whole season without losing. However, we drew a lot, and there were some games where we should have actually have lost, but fortunate events occurred that allowed us to not lose. So when I say fortunate turn of events, I'm talking about referee decisions that just go your way, penalties that you get given that on other occasions may not get given, team fitness where you don't really get any major injuries. Example being Liverpool last season. They didn't have any major injuries throughout the whole season. So that was a fortunate turn of an event that allowed them to get the Premier League. Next point, tailored tactics. I say tailored tactics due to you can't do one tactic fits all. It has to be tailored per game, per opposition, or else what will end up happening is you'll just get found out in the games. You have to do the homework per game, per player, per personnel, per manager to go up against. Tailored tactics. And the last 2 points was 4 wins in a row and no less than 4 losses. I'm going to use Leicester City's Premier League win as an example here. Throughout this run, they only lost, I believe, if you look, about 3 or 4 games. That was the most they lost. But every time they lost, they bounced back straight afterwards. There wasn't no prolonging period of them getting back into form or rhythm. They just got straight back onto it and they were up and running. Now, you might say, if that's the case, why didn't a team like Newcastle last season win the league? Well, the main reason, they had a good manager, good tactics. They had an informed player in Isak, and they had a decent squad rotation with some good players such as Anthony Gordon. The reason why they didn't win the league was because of 10 losses. You're not going to win a league if you have 10 losses on your books. Which takes me back to the potential of Arsenal winning this league. I think it can happen this season. It could happen, but that could just be me wishful thinking. But we got four world class to quality players that you can't argue. Quality Gyökeres, quality Eze, Rice, Zubimendi, Saka. That's 5 quality players. Then out of all these players, we will find out who is on form. Personally, I think Max Dowman is the guy who's on form, but time will tell. And already we have a fortunate turn of events. We got a win against Manchester United, which looked like it was a tough game that at Old Trafford, which we hardly ever win, and we actually got the win. That's a rarity. We could have ended up drawing that game. And Fulham also getting points or a point off of one of our rivals, Manchester United. You need other teams to drop points as well. Fortunate turn of events doesn't have to just be involved with the actual in-game action or the referee or the players. It's things that happen out of your control. I'm using this as an example because, as you can see here, Smith Rowe and Iwobi, former Arsenal players, has actually helped Arsenal in their pursuit for the title. This is a fortunate turn of events. This is a rare thing to occur. So, looking at things thus far, things are looking good for the potential of Arsenal winning this league. I think they have a really strong chance of doing it. I do think Man City might win it, but if things keep going in this order and all of these line up, because again, it's not about having a Galactico squad. It's about these things lining up, then Arsenal can win this league. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace. Oh, and one quick last thing. These three players, the Leicester team that won the Premier League, is what I'm talking about in terms of having three quality players and a world class, right? On form, Vardy getting 24 goals in that season, Kante just dominating midfield, and Mahrez just doing his thing. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't require a team of Galacticos all over the pitch that can win you a league, because that's not going to win you the league. You need all these things to go in order. So back to what I'm saying. If all those things line up, then you can win a league. That's it. Peace out. Let me know your thoughts.